Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, or otherwise strange content. Where's my blanket? I need my blanket. I've been watching a lot of episodes of Murder, She Wrote with my grandmother. Murder, She Wrote is something that I've loved since childhood. Lately it's been my put it on in the background while I'm editing kind of thing. It's just very cozy. Like, when I think about cozy crime, Murder, She Wrote comes to mind. I floated the idea about covering episodes on this channel for a while now, and there's one specific episode that I thought would be great since we're kind of going into spooky season, and it's just a really memorable episode for the whole series, to me. And obviously Pushing Up Roses is the queen of Murder, She Wrote, so she has a great video on this episode that I'll link below. But I just wanted to sit here and watch it with you guys because I can't sleep and I feel like watching a cozy episode of Murder, She Wrote might help. So hopefully it helps you. Or if you're getting ready to start your day, I hope it gives you all the energy in the world. There are 260-something episodes of Murder, She Wrote. That is so much Murder, She Wrote.
Tonight on Murder, She Wrote.
There's nothing to be scared of.
Oh, well, that's good. Oh, she seems scared.
I know who you are!
The crucifix always helps. I'm convinced that all the things that are supposed to kill off vampires are just myths started by vampires themselves just to screw with the rest of us. Oh, at this point in the series, Jessica has upgraded to a computer? I like her typewriter. I say stick with the typewriter, Jessica. It just doesn't have the same charm as the typewriter, you know? I mean, sure, it's probably easier, but you know. What about the style? Sorry, we're not even actually into the episode and I'm already getting way off point.
I am not so sure about this.
Why is it such a trope of, like, dudes trying to make their girlfriends sneak off with them into creepy cemeteries?
Would I ever let anything happen to you?
I find cemeteries very peaceful personally, but like, if somebody's making you go in there and you don't feel comfortable, red flag. Walking red flag. Also, something about making out on somebody's grave feels disrespectful.
What was that?
Oh, come on, what vampire would wait until he has witnesses to jump out at people?
There's nobody out here except you and me.
And the vampire. There he is.
Oh, come on!
I like that he just takes off and leaves his girlfriend behind. Well, that's not a vampire. That's the guy that's scared of vampires.
I know who you are!
Is anything wrong, Charlie?
This is from Laurel. She used to do things like that.
Oh no, did she die?
She must have put this one in there just before she...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
If things had worked out as we planned, we'd have been married a year by now.
Poor guy. What a tone shift from crazy vampire to this. Poor dude.
Mr. Baker, I really...
Look at Jessica taping up that box. I don't know what it is about the older generations, but I used to do a non-profit project where we would pack boxes of groceries for people. We would always tell people that you only need the one piece of tape. But anybody around my grandparents' age would, like, never believe that and, like, tape it every which way imaginable. Sometimes I wondered how you were even supposed to get it open at that point.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go over there again.
Oh, now, just a minute, Charles.
Listen to Jessica. Jessica doesn't take shit from anybody.
But what about the electricity in here?
You look like a lady whose house is not getting fixed.
That feels like a backhanded compliment to everybody involved.
They discovered that the wiring is obsolete along with the plumbing.
It's a lot like life, isn't it?
It's hard, and then you die? Is that what you're implying?
Scared out of her wits at the cemetery last night.
This guy's so unhelpful, but he is bringing a mystery to Jessica, so that's good.
Kept rambling on about somebody rising from the dead.
You know those teenagers always saying they're seeing vampires everywhere.
Mr. Yadich, hello.
Hi.
May I take your coat?
Oh, somebody's gonna get murdered. I mean, this house looks lovely, but it's not called interior decorating, she wrote.
Please, come sit down.
I don't trust this guy.
Thought you might like this. Oh, am I interrupting your dinner?
She's like, I'm here to do a job?
This is our dinner.
At what point does this become harassment?
I have to.
Yeah, just call whomever it is and tell him you've been unavoidably detained.
I think 3 minutes ago when he said our dinner.
Mr. Baker, I can't.
Please.
Nope, don't like any of this.
It's Larry.
Nope, that poor girl
Oh, I thought it was
I've never seen that before.
being harassed and then the creepy butlers just standing by and chilling.
They've called.
Said it's the third time you've broken dates with him.
I'm surprised you noticed.
Molly, give him a break.
Give her a break. Her creepy boss is trying to force her into dates that she doesn't want to go on.
It's a good thing I don't have to pay you by the hour.
Is this girl a teenager? I just have so many concerning questions. Sans chair aggressively.
Do you know Mr. Baker? He bought that old Victorian house over on Oak Street.
No, I haven't met him.
Small towns where everybody is expected to know everybody.
Fletcher JB.
The bathtub?
Oh, good lord.
Plumber was supposed to come this morning, remove the old one so this could go right in.
Sorry about that.
Jessica's gonna lose her shit.
Well, Jean was kind enough to take pity on a stranded writer.
Oh yeah, I bet Jessica's, like, library research is off the chain, right?
More books on poison.
I found enough ways to murder someone to last me for my next 8 books.
A thing that only Jessica can say and have it be cute.
More books on poison or man-eating fish.
I feel like all writers have had to Google just the most ridiculous things at some point, especially if you're a murder novelist, mystery novelist, murder novelist. That sounds foreboding. If you're a mystery novelist, I'm sure your search history is a lot.
Research?
What I hope will be my almost magnum opus.
I like that he's aspiring for almost magnum opus. He doesn't want it to be his best work, just like strong runner-up.
A whole chapter to the Borby family.
You mean on that being, what do you call them, vampires?
What do you call them? Vampires? I've never heard of that. I wear tweed and a bow tie.
Dr. Sorensen is studying all the tombstones.
This librarian's really got her finger on the pulse.
But I can tell you without fear of contradiction, that man is committable.
I don't care if you're right or not. I don't like you. Therefore, I don't think your opinion is valid. That's how it works, right?
It's been 18 months.
Oh, Laurel is missing, not dead. Okay. That's not good, but it's better. There's hope that she's not dead.
Hi, Mrs. Fletcher.
Literally everyone knows Jessica.
Your kitchen finished yet?
Oh, I'm afraid not, Sheriff.
She looks like she's ready to just dropkick every human being in her vicinity right now, and I don't blame her.
Mr. Lawrence Baker has been calling most of the shots around here.
You don't happen to have any real estate he's interested in buying?
He's a creepy old man, so don't bother.
I'm beginning to get rather annoyed.
I guess money still talks.
Do I detect a few sour grapes there?
So the sketchy guy is like super powerful and the cops are making excuses for him? That never happens.
Any news?
Negative, Dave.
I like how this cop in 30 seconds has done both of the cop stereotypes. He's made excuses for the ultra wealthy and then failed to do his job in finding a missing person.
We'll take care of it tomorrow.
He wears his sunglasses inside. That's not the song, but you know what I mean.
She told me about your missing sister.
Did she also tell you we plan on getting married?
Ooh! Ooh!
Well, you might want to mention that to her.
I don't believe in violence, but this guy is a dick, I will say that. Ugh, ugh. Oh, these poor souls. As if they hadn't learned their lesson from the first vampire sighting. Oh, look, it's a dead body. Potential vampire and then a dead person all in a couple of days. Cabot Cove is wild.
You don't have to look, Carla. Or you shouldn't even be here, child.
Wait, why are they saying that only she shouldn't be there? What about him? He was also a witness.
What you need is a window dresser.
Oh, it's a fake arm.
Department store mannequin.
Oh, it's not a real arm. That's good.
Try to screen out the false alarms a little better.
We'll take care of it, Sheriff.
Oh, the handyman guy also works for the police.
Well, at least you can't blame me for this one, Sheriff.
Wait, I love that he's just like, I know I have, you know, police business to attend to, but I gotta fix Jessica Fletcher's sink.
This is a bearing wall.
Yeah, the house was originally built by the first 2 of the 3 little pigs, and then halfway through the 3rd little pig came in and was just like, why the hell don't you have a load-bearing wall in here?
You know, I don't like being sandbagged, Mr. Weatherly.
I don't like rich perverts.
Mr. Weatherly.
Do it.
Didn't even say please, asshole.
I feel really bad about this.
Well, you're not half as sorry as I am, Charles.
He has to abandon Jessica? This really sucks.
I don't think you have any idea how much I resent this.
Has anybody ever had like a DIY project on their home that went perfectly and you sat back afterwards and went, wow, that was easier than I thought it was going to be? Because I grew up doing home improvement projects and every single one of them was a disaster.
Yeah, Jonesport Hospital.
Wait, everybody's doing DIY stuff. Did like a nor'easter take out half of everything? That sucks.
Look, outside of scaring a couple of kids who didn't belong there in the first place.
We don't care about the safety of those teenagers. Now when he starts messing with a rich guy, then we're really gonna be pissed.
But does he have a permit to dig up graves? I couldn't make out who it was, but I could hear it.
Excuse me, Andy?
He's like, oh wait, hold that thought, I don't care at all.
Automobile accident, Jane Doe, but they said she fits Laurel's description.
They think they found the missing girl.
She's critical.
Oh, God.
You're not even gonna go with him? He has to go by himself? What do you mean?
Hope everything turns out okay.
Thanks, Warren.
Bye, hope your sister didn't die. I am the policeman. And then the hand comes out and grabs him. The perfect little bulb of garlic. It's clearly a vampire frame job. I love this.
Oh, wonderful. I think my luck is changing.
I like how so far Jessica has not done any mystery solving yet. She has just been airing her grievances about home improvement projects.
I understand we're sharing a contractor.
Until today.
What a badass. I love her. We love that kind of energy. She's like, oh, I remember you. You're the dude that swiped my contractor. Fuck you.
She's engaged to be married.
Daddy.
You keep quiet.
Stop messing around with my daughter. Hey, Dad, don't cause... Shut up, daughter. You don't get to speak.
You're old enough to be a father.
I don't want you being harassed, but also women can't speak for themselves. What the hell do you mean?
Can't believe what you just did.
Girl, you can divide his age by your age. Girl, you can do better. I get creeped out when we see random shots of mirrors like that in TV. I've seen way too much Supernatural and waiting for, like, Bloody Mary to come out and kill somebody. No one's died yet, and no one has done any investigating. This feels like a really dramatic episode of Property Brothers so far.
What are you doing in my house?
I know who you are.
Oh my god.
Don't come any closer.
Oh my god, this poor guy. He's like, you've got a vaguely European accent and a lot of money, you must be a vampire.
There's been a murder.
There we go, now it's Murder, She Wrote.
What is that thing?
Looks to me like a wooden stake.
Crime rate's pretty high for Cabot Cove, considering it's a sleepy little small town.
Driven through his heart.
Wouldn't think there'd be enough people there to kill each other so often. Oh god! Is there any way that it's not the guy who's terrified of vampires?
Isn't that the way they kill vampires?
Also, I guess I should be sad for him, but, you know, he's not real, and also, oh no, he doesn't get to hit on teenage girls, pretty much.
I checked out the cemetery this afternoon. Not only was somebody tampering with it, but I found this. A bulb of garlic.
Just hypothetically, I'm not saying I think a vampire lived here. Definitely not.
Doc, didn't you see any of those movies?
I'm a rational policeman.
People used to put garlic on graves to keep the vampires from rising.
The fact that the cops are on the vampires must have done it theory means that we're probably pretty fucked without Jessica.
Garlic is excellent for roses.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
It improves the fragrance, and it also helps to control the aphids.
Jessica Fletcher should start a gardening channel on YouTube.
There's nothing in the rules that says that those people can't be knocked out.
Those people, oh my god.
Did anybody see you pulling the car in the garage?
Not that I know of.
I swear to god, if the guy with the stereotypical vampiric accent turns out to be a vampire, I'm gonna lose my shit.
What is it, Mrs. F?
Oh, I thought he was standing up and I was like, wow, he is really short. Good for him. Then he stood up and I felt sad as a fellow short person. Felt lied to.
A person loves and wood.
Maybe we could just leave him there?
Does this police officer have any dams left to give? I don't think he does.
I'm sorry about that woman not turning out to be Laurel.
The dramatic shift in music.
I got a ton of work.
Two people of the opposite gender are looking at each other. Cue the violins.
My sympathy's about what happened with Lawrence Baker.
Not mine, he probably deserved it. I can say it because he's not real and he was also an asshole.
I was alone in my room at Hill House all the evening, Sheriff.
At Hill House? Nothing good ever happens at Hill House. Stay out of the red room, for the love of God.
Vampires can only be killed with a stake that is made of ash wood.
The stake in Lawrence Baker's heart was fur.
He was just bad at being a vampire, maybe.
The killer didn't know real vampire drill?
I just hope you'll accept my apologies.
I do. I can't honestly say that it will change the way I feel.
This guy's like, I'm sorry, and she's like, I forgive you, but I'm still pissed. That's kind of how that works sometimes.
The coffin was empty.
I love this man. I hope somehow he's not the murderer.
Are you aware what the name Bobby translates to in English?
Police officer.
Bobby House was...
It's Hungarian for baker.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there were several unexplained deaths.
Bodies with little or no blood left in them.
Ew.
You're really convinced that Lawrence Baker was a vampire?
I like how he's afraid to even say the word. Like, if he says it too many times, a very pale man with great teeth is just gonna show up and immediately kill him.
And killing people, even one of them, is still murder.
Jesus Christ.
Do either of you know anyone in Cabot Cove who ever saw him outside Bobby House?
He's like, I gotta remind you, even though I don't value vampire life, I'm supposed to by law.
If Lawrence Baker is one of them, he is not dead.
The vampire expert feels like a character that would show up in a Professor Layton game, you know what I mean?
And therefore is a continuing threat to society.
Jessica's like, oh man, what do you want me to say? Vampires probably aren't real. Can I get back to fixing my tub, please?
You've been awfully quiet about this whole thing.
Why don't you do your job for once?
There's a logical, rational explanation for all this.
Fun fact, Cabot Cove, obviously doesn't exist. It's supposed to be Maine. But they filmed it in California, actually on the same set that they filmed Jaws. A very different vibe of media, you know? I've got so many facts that are just rattling around in my head, and they'll only help me if I ever get on a game show.
Was your sister right or left-handed?
She was right-handed.
When we've looked in all of them, Sheriff. God, I hate this.
Did he just hit himself with the file? Calm down.
I knew this would happen if we moved.
Guy's like a variant from the Disney Channel Tower of Terror movie. Or Seymour from Little Shop. Maybe they're all variants of each other.
What do you say, Mrs. F, that somebody stole a building permit?
How dare you call Jessica B. Fletcher, J.B. Fletcher, Mrs. F?
That Yachtage fellow that works for Mr. Baker.
His fingerprints match a guy they've been looking for 2 years.
Jessica's like, well shit, I guess that does look bad.
I was not alone with him.
So they go back to talk to this guy, and just now he divulges the information that he knows there was someone in the house, and he kind of sort of overheard the murder happen.
Between the two of you, we've got our killer.
I'm not so sure about that, Sheriff.
Why did I even entertain the thought?
Well, if you actually did your job, well, you wouldn't be showed up by Jess. Well, she'd probably always show you up because she's awesome, but
These papers tell you who did it, right?
I'm fairly certain they do, yes.
You don't have to make it so easy for her.
And I got him in the nick of time, or Lawrence Baker would be doing it to me again from the grave.
So she almost got a second contractor swiped.
The contractor, Mr. Corcoran, has been hired by the late Mr. Baker's attorneys.
Because they were just like, man, sucks that guy died. Anyway, let's fix up the house so we can sell it again.
It's me, Charles.
Oh gosh, is this the reveal?
What are you doing here?
Like you, Charles, unfinished business.
Is Jessica gonna get to see the crappy handyman that ditched her get hauled off to jail?
About when that wall was put in?
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna come back. There's something hidden in that wall.
He overheard you telling Mr. Baker that it was a bearing wall.
It's like that episode of Monk. Spoilers. Spoilers.
I believe that wall was built 18 months ago.
Oh, no.
When Laurel Perrin vanished.
Oh, don't tell me there's a dead person on the wall.
But 18 months ago, you killed Laurel when you heard that Lawrence Baker wanted to restore this old place.
She's like, and you didn't fix my sink.
You'd sealed Laurel's body inside it.
Yikes, that's dark.
And that's why you killed Lawrence Baker.
Guy get killed over a wall, that sucks.
Put it down, Charlie!
I love how Jessica always just confronts murderers and just kind of hopes that she doesn't also get murdered. Like, I know she's got backup, she's a smart lady, but she just is kind of just like, well, time to gamble with my life again.
Decided to try to make it look like I was killing a vampire.
Ooh, creepy flashback shot.
That it might look like he did it.
Framing the nice vampire guy. Well, he's not a vampire, I don't think. He just knows a lot about vampires, I think.
She never left Cabot Cove. I didn't mean to hurt her.
Cool motive, still murder.
She told me that she wanted to break off our engagement and lost it.
Wow. Fuck you.
The only thing I could think about was how I could hide her.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but like, isn't it obvious if there's a dead body in the walls. I'm not very knowledgeable about this subject, and I think I want to keep it that way.
An experienced sailor like Laurel would never have coiled it counterclockwise.
She's like, you suck at sailing. That's why you're going to jail forever. That and the murder.
The wall in the library, I recall that it was unusually thick, and I followed a hunch.
I love how she lays out exactly how she knows and is just like, and I kind of took a guess. It's kind of a crapshoot.
Remind me never to play poker with you.
Oh, she'd clean up at poker.
Thought you already left for New York.
Oh, I wouldn't miss this for anything.
She's like, this punch better be spiked, man.
We've set a date.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, they're getting engaged. That's nice.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, and I'm sorry, because it was his sister that died, right? But also he's getting married, so yay!
I don't believe it.
Vampires, the true story.
Never went out into the daylight.
Photophobia. Sufferers tend to like the evening.
Some people just like being up at night. You don't want to know how late it is when I'm filming this.
Doc.
It's not... Maybe it's just a relative that looks like him.
Don't even think it.
Am I supposed to believe that vampires are real in the Jessica Fletcher verse? In the Fletcher verse, vampires are real? Okay. Weirder things have happened, but alright. We covered a lot of vampires, and they haven't turned out to be fake as often as I'd like them to be as of late. Alright, I think that's it. I'm gonna finally try to go back to bed, but thank you for going on this Murder, She Wrote journey with me. If you'd like me to cover more episodes of Murder, She Wrote, please let me know which episodes I should cover down in the comments below. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around because I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so, because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel. Imagine if I was actually a vampire, like my aesthetic and last name seems to suggest, and I was posting this video just to, like, throw you guys off your rhythm about it, you know?